Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. There's a call this evening for more emphasis to be placed on alternative investment vehicles. Head of Cygnus, Beresford Gray, says the sector's massive earning potential is untapped locally and legislative backing will help drive growth. Javon Keys reports.
Private equity, venture capital and hedge funds are among the long list of alternative investment vehicles on the market, but Jamaica and other countries in the region are yet to take full advantage. Beresford Gray is CEO of Cygnus.
Our estimate is that the alternative investment market in the English-speaking and Dutch Caribbean is roughly about 700 million at best, maximum 900 million. That is probably just about 0.75 to 1% of gross domestic product, GDP, across all of these markets.
He says comparatively, alternative investments represent almost 20% of GDP in the US. Mr. Gray says the region should up its market share in a decade.
If we in the region can move the market, transform the market such that alternative investment represent, say, 10% of GDP over a 10-year period. We're talking about, about $7 to $10 billion in the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean. When we put in Puerto Rico, Dumrep, and the other Caribbean islands, Central America, for example, we are talking about a $30, $40 billion market.
But that move will require legislative backing to include the framework for private equity and real estate investment trusts. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke says while the government must outline policies to support the sector, private interests will be key to the expansion of alternative investment tools.
The government is pursuing a strategy where we see the private sector as having the capacity to mobilize investments on a scale that far exceeds the government's capacity. And the key is to have an enabling environment where investment is attractive, where there are investment opportunities, where the government doesn't stand in the way of investment, and that there are means by which investment can be mobilized. Because again, it doesn't happen automatically. And we have been focused on pursuing policies that are conducive to that taking place.
For the Business Day, I'm Javon Keys.
Dollar is being sold for an average $152.58. $111.93 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $163.52 for the pound, while it's costing $150.41 for the euro. And to the stock market now, the JSE index lost 248 points today, while the junior market index gained 26 points. Leading the winners, Main Event Entertainment Group, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, iCreate, KLE Group and Cargo Handlers. Among the losers, Cygnus Real Estate, Financial, Jamaican Dollar Shares, ISP Finance Services, Mayberry Investments, Caribbean Cream and Mayberry Jamaican Equities. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.